Are there certain black people that just don't like us because we're white?
It's not that we don't like you. We just, really don't trust you. And then you don't give us any more reasons to trust you, so we keep on not trusting you.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren.
And I'm Maureen.
Right, so in today's episode, you're going to be reacting to a video of a palm-colored woman who went viral on TikTok for asking this question.
Yeah, so she asked her audience, but specifically her black audience, do black people hate white people because of their skin color?
Yeah, let's just say this question got a wide range of response, not only from black people, but also from palm-colored people.
Yeah, so please remember to leave us a comment on what you think about this video, and also consider subscribing if you're new to our channel. Let's watch and then you come back and talk about it.
Are there certain black people that just don't like us because we're white?
Abso-freaking-lutely. Because historically, presently, pastly, futurely, white people have given minorities, especially black people, reasons not to like them. I can go into details, give citations, cliff notes, references. It wouldn't matter because I'm convinced white people just don't care and don't want to understand. And that's okay. It's the world we live in.
All right, how you doing? My name is Jerome, and as you can see, I'm a black guy. So let me help you out. First off, you got to understand that not everybody can have conversations about race. Some people just don't have the emotional intelligence nor the maturity to have these kind of conversations. Nothing wrong with what you asked. The only issue with what you asked is the audience in which you asked it to. So you have to find someone who actually can articulate their stance and talk to you in an educational manner or educated manner. So I tried to stitch your original video, wasn't able to, so I'm stitching this one. So I hope this gets through, and I hope you get to watch it, and I hope this gives you some clarity. So to answer your question, you asked in your other video, are there black people who hate us simply because we're white? And you were asking basically, are there black people who dislike white people because they're white? And the answer is yes, there are. There are black people out here who would not like you simply because you're white. The other side to that question is you got to ask, what is the context of it, or is there a trauma assigned to that? Because most people aren't just going to simply not like someone just because. Whether it be a family member was killed, harassment, something happened in their life, in their socialization process that caused them to mistrust, dislike, or hate white people. So that is how that happens. The flip side to that is there are white people who will not like me simply because I'm black. One of the major differences is a lot of those people who will not like someone who is white and will not like someone because they're black will do that without ever knowing a black person, without ever having any personal trauma assigned to a interaction with a black person. So they would just simply be raised with the thought process that that group is this, they're dangerous, they're whatever stereotype you want to label it, and that is why. So just understand, it's nothing you did. There's anything you can fix. You can continue to have good interactions with the black people who want to have interactions with you, and the ones that don't, then you don't. It's just like me. There are places in this country where I'm not welcome simply because of the color of my skin. And guess what? I don't care. I don't go there. I don't interact with those people. I don't want to interact with those people. It's just that simple. So you got to remember, this is TikTok. And not everybody can have these kind of conversations. But there are those of us out here who can. And those are the ones you always want to try and reach. Those are the ones you want stitching your videos. And those are the ones you want responding. And that's the only thing I can tell you about that.
You know what? I need to know. Are there certain black people that just don't like us because we're white?
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I'm white and I don't like white people because they're white. Your question is not even relevant really in this point in our lives. You go on to say, quote, my black friends on TikTok, will you please let me know? Well, they're not going to let you know because, as you stated, they're your friends. And nobody's going to validate your feelings. If you're feeling some type of way that a group or a person doesn't like you because you're white, then that's on you. And you'll be hard pressed to find out that a lot of other races and cultures don't like white folks, and or especially Americans. So what you really probably need to do is get out your feelings and just...
Are there certain black people that just don't like us because we're white?
It's not that we don't like you. We just like really don't trust you. And then you don't give us any more reasons to trust you, so we keep on not trusting you. But then white people like yourself will be like, oh, why don't any black people like white people? Without realizing that it's not an issue of liking, it's about trust and like the history we have. So then we don't like you because you're failing to grasp the point that at least I feel, is entirely obvious. And that is, I'm not going to inherently trust you just because you exist. You need to do something to earn that trust.
I need to know, are there certain black people that just don't like us because we're white?
No, I'm not going to answer that part about whether black people don't like us just because we're white, but later down in the comment section, when someone asks you for like an interaction that you've had with black people, and you say that you're just so nice and you get blatant rudeness back, only pay for what you need. Like, elaborate. Like, you're being so nice, and what they said back to you wasn't how you wanted them to say it. It didn't make you feel warm and fuzzy inside. It was straight to the point and assertive. I don't know the situation, but a lot of white people think black people are being rude when they are just getting to the point. Maybe they don't want a small talk. Maybe they don't want to shoot the shit with you. It's not rude. If white people had the same interaction with you, would you say they were being rude, or would you just, Is it because it's a black person that is saying it that makes it rude? So, and really, I don't think black people are looking for us like that,
So guys, welcome back. Let us know what you think about this episode in the comment section. And guys, let's just start. There's a speaker who talked of the first reason this lady should not have asked this question was because she was, they accused her of being ingenuine towards the reason as to why she was asking this question, okay?
Yeah, this is because many people, especially in her comment section, felt that her knowing the history between white people and black people, especially pertaining slavery, she wasn't at a position to ask this. People felt that she was being disingenuous about it.
Right. Another issue that was raised in this video was the issue of trust. And you guys, when we talk about trust between palm-colored people and black people in America, like, you can understand why black people do not trust palm-colored people. Not really. Because when you look at the history of the interaction between the two, let's just say those ones who chose to trust a palm-colored people, some of them have gotten themselves in situations where they regretted that they wish they never got themselves into.
Yeah, if you personally ask me about this question, I feel that this was just a matter of wrong timing, because for the most part, so many palm-colored people, they haven't even started making amends to what their ancestors have done to black people. The government,
they've not even showed how sorry they are.
They haven't even paid reparations to black people. In short, they're doing nothing to bridge the gap that slavery brought between palm-colored people and white people.
Right, and for most of them, when you talk about matters reparation, a lot of them are very free to discuss on how they don't think that black people deserve reparations. And majority of them also still think that everything they get is because, or get or earn, is because they're hardworking in society compared to black America. And this is where you come in and say, if if you know very well the systems that were put in place, and you know they know, only that they pretend that it doesn't exist, but they know that the systems that were put in place to oppress black people is still benefiting them to this day, but they don't do anything about it. It's why you look at job industries, and you look at how black America interacts with white America or vice versa, and it's why you normally find people getting unfired for the most obscene reasons. You can find that there's an example of a comment that we got on our comment section on a different video, okay, that we covered a similar topic. And there's a woman who was talking about how she had to tone down, you know how Americans talk about the code switching.
The black Americans talk about code switching.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she talks about how black Americans had to do this a lot in order to blend
in these office spaces.
Yeah, and she was saying that there was a time she went into the office, and the palm-colored woman who was there, she found her. Everybody knows that, you know, these people, they have a name for them when you're excessively neat, and let's say you arrange things
people
and then
who
you
suffer from OCD.
Yeah, so there's a way she normally put her things that if somebody touches, she would know, you know. So, and everybody in the office knew that, all right. So she said she came with a very nice purse one day in the office, and she arranged her things, everything, left her purse there, and then she got up to go somewhere. I don't know, I can't remember exactly what she was going to do, right? But she says when she was coming back, and she found palm-colored woman who was her friend, okay, and she also knew of her condition. So she found her rummaging through her purse, and you know that was very, very weird, because she didn't. What are you looking for in someone else's purse? You don't have permission. Are you going to steal? You know. So she really got crazy, and like it irked her when she saw that this woman was going through her things, you know. So she decided, naturally, like any other person would do, you know, she got angry and asked this woman, why are you going through my things? You've not even gotten permission from me. What is it that you're looking for? So when she decided to confront the palm-colored woman and, you know, ask her why she's going through her things, can you guess what happened? The palm-colored woman started crying.
And guys,
she started crying. Wait, just a minute. She started crying. So this brought attention, because she was holding her accountable. She started crying. Now this brought attention towards them. And when people came around, guess who they sided with? The palm-colored woman. She started speaking of how she was feeling threatened, that the black woman was raising her voice at her. You know what they ended up doing? They fired the black woman for that.
And you know, guys, this is why we usually say, by her asking this question, you know, there's things called misconceptions. Just the same way as white America usually is told black America is dangerous, don't do this, don't do that, don't be alone with black America here and there. It's the same way when black America sees white America, they associate white America with white tears, they associate white America with slavery, they associate white America with systemic racism. And this is exactly the reason why you should not ask black America if they hate you because of your skin color. Instead, what you should ask black America first is, because of what we did to you in terms of slavery, what can we do to bridge the gap, and what can we do to make things better?
In most cases, they already know the answers to that.
They do.
Another thing I wanted to say, Maureen, is that instead of, if she was genuine, okay, instead of her coming onto the internet and asking this question and saying that she has black friends, so she wants to know, other people also, users also told her, why didn't you go to your black friends that you have
them
and
the
ask
same
them
question?
the question? Another thing I want to say is, instead of coming to the internet to ask this question, they say action speaks louder than words. If you wanted to know the answer to this question, why didn't you go to the black people that is in your area, and through actions got to get a response from you know, because it's how you behave, it's how you will know how people feel about you around you, if that makes sense. If you are a good person, a good palm-colored person, and you go and show kindness to a black person, I do believe you do get the reciprocal of that kindness. You understand? So if you genuinely wanted to know the answer to that, I feel like you would already have gotten it even without coming onto the internet.
Yeah, and these are the kind of people sometimes we say they just ask out of wanting to go viral or to trend, because they know they gaslight Black America because they know such questions will make them trend.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about this episode. We really appreciate you for joining us. Remember to subscribe if it's your first time here. And as usual, we thank you so much for joining us on this one. Let's catch you on our next.